Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsom with Real Life Trading. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. I probably sound a little bit different today than usual. My Mac died today, so I had to record this from the PC. But regardless, all is still well in the world. No big deal. Big weekend this weekend. Hope you beautiful people are ready for it. Florida-Georgia game. Cubs versus Indians tonight. Game 3. A lot of Chicago fans since, Chicago Board of Options Exchange. You guys are traders. So, yeah, a lot of more trader fans who are Cubs than Indian fans. But there are some Indian fans. Whoever wins, hope you celebrate magnificently. I'm excited about this week. October is almost behind us. There's only 1 day left. And the SPY dropped a little bit today. Got a lot of volatility. Today was a very, very interesting day for some day trading. Oh, my goodness. So let me talk about this for just a moment. On the 5-minute chart alone. So here's the 5-minute chart. Now, again, I know a lot of you guys aren't day traders, but in the morning room on Fridays, every Friday, I call the open and kind of talk about my plans. So right around here, we were mentioning buying the 213.50 calls for 20 cents. And then a few traders were able to sell them there for 50 cents. So that was right about 100% return on your investment in 1 day. And then right around that same time, I was mentioning, okay, 213 puts expiring today. And then this crazy move happened right here. It was just really shocking. So you could have bought those for about 10 cents. Huge move down. Most traders escaped around this general area for anywhere between 30 and 40 cents. And then a few traders got a chance to hop in there with some calls, get out there with some calls for about 20-cent gain. And then a few traders got in here for 21 cents expiring today on a 213 call and got out there for 21 cents break even. So on SPY, 1 break even, 3 wins, depending on how you played it with options expiring today. And so the SPY is pretty fun. Interesting moves, a lot of volatility, but it's all about risk mitigation, my friends. A little bit of a bearish candle, some increase in volume, but we still have not closed on the SPY below 212.28 in quite some time. A little bit of a lower shadow. Interesting to see what's going to happen. The DIA sums up October pretty perfectly. Here's the DIA, which is the ETF that tracks the Dow Jones, and it's very, very sideways. The squeeze is on. A little bit of a Bollinger Band squeeze. I'm still in the camp that I'm totally fine if the market does trade down a little bit lower heading into the election and then get some kind of Santa rally. I still expect it. Don't know if it's going to happen. I'm not banking on it, but if it does, I'll be ready for it and anticipating that move. Let's look at some of the earnings from this week. Here's Apple. Apple has moved down, and I got some interesting theories on Apple. The bottom line is here's the biggest theory. So this candle, both of those gaps happened on earnings. You had a bearish gap down into a bullish candle, a bullish gap up into a bearish candle, and then just like this one over here, you got a bearish gap and go into a white candle, and then the second day was a bearish candle, and then the third day was a high wave black candle, So what's going to happen from here, I truly don't know, right? Expecting probably a little bit of a bounce Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then maybe another rollover on Apple. Get a little bit of a lower move into 110, 111, and then probably bounce. A very, very similar wave structure is down here. That's at least what I'm hoping for / planning for. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but we will see. Ray Rue had some put sales expire on Apple at 112. Adrian is in those. Neil's in those. Ron, looks like your 121 covered call will expire just fine for November week 4. Other traders have a 130 covered call for November. That should expire worthless as well. And realistically, here's your hourly support and resistance charts on Apple, at least the way I see it. But turn on extended hours, you'll kind of see them. Those are my support resistance levels. So down here, looking to go long, up into here, looking to go short, buying calls, buying puts on Apple, that kind of thing. So that's Apple. Here's Amazon. Amazon had a nice little gap down, but nothing too dramatic. No real crazy moves today. You had some decent little support resistance levels that broke down, but nothing amazing or wonderful to really trade. Here's your long-term moving average, which is the 100 simple. That's going to be a very, very good support, and I'll be interested to see if Amazon bounces off of that. That's really my thought at this point. And I'll be looking to do a bull put spread if Amazon trades down to that 100 and gets a little bit of a bouncing signal on the daily or the hourly. That's Amazon. Netflix still doing its thing. Honestly, this 130 level is a rock solid resistance, ladies and gentlemen, and it's just trading sideways up into that point. So, yeah, I mean, moving averages are slowly going to catch up. Neil's has a put sale expiring next week for 117. We also have a 110, 109 bull put spread on Netflix expiring in 2 weeks. That's pretty much what I got on Netflix. Google, not much happening on Google. It was a very bullish gap this morning. It faded immediately. So here's your 5-minute chart. Let me turn off the extended hours here for just a second, and I'll turn off the moving averages, just make everything nice, clean, and pretty. So it gapped up, immediately traded down, filled the gap, and then rallied really hard up to a resistance. This resistance was a previous resistance. So if I zoom out, here's what it looks like. And this is the previous all-time high right here, just a few days ago. So that 838.50 price, really good price for it to fail and kind of roll over. ExxonMobil, got to give a shout out to Justin Lindemann on this trade, ladies and gentlemen, because he made almost 3 R's day trading weekly options. If you're wondering, does Jeremy and the gang day trade weekly options? We do in the day trading room. Got to get in there to find out, though, right? So Justin Lindemann, with this little 5-minute double top, bought $86 puts expiring today and cashed in nicely as it moved lower. So Justin Lindemann, great trading. Zane said this was one of his best weeks of day trading ever. Congratulations, Zane. Well done. A lot of traders locking in some gains for October. What's interesting to keep in mind, folks, that this is really just the way the world works. It's very fascinating, I think. But overall, so some traders will do something like this. And so here's kind of the best example, the best way I can explain it really, really quickly. So say, for example, this red line is me, right? There will be some months on a swing trade level where, let's say I do pretty good, right? Swing trading, maybe I make 7 Rs, and then over here I lose 2. Then over here I make 7, and over here I lose 2. Well, just another trader, maybe they have a different approach or a different perspective or something entirely different. But in that cycle, they do something like this. I drew it not quite as like I wanted to, but something like this. Where, anyway, all I'm saying is when I'm making money, they're losing money. Maybe they lose -2, -3 R. But when I'm losing money, they're making money, right? This particular week, I didn't really have an amazing day trading. It was like okay. It was all right. It was decent. It was average. Right at about 19 or 20 Rs for the month of October in day trading, swing trading. But yeah, anyway, so like I said, this week, Zane had a really good week. So he'd have been the green week. So let's say +7 R and I'm -2. That's the way it looks until just yesterday. But either way, all I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about cycles. All about cycles. If you get a chance, there's a really good video. Even though I did make it, I know. I'm just saying it is a good video. I feel like it's a good video. The Theory of Strategy Cycles. Theory of Strategy Cycles. No one else has ever come up with that name, at least to my knowledge, as it relates to trading. Real life trading. What would I even call it? Why can't I find my own video? That's not good. I know which playlist it's in. It's in the intermediate playlist right here. Let me figure out what I called this thing. The Theory of Strategy Cycles. I'm pretty sure it's exactly what I just typed in. Anyway, this is a really good video. If you get a chance to check it out. The Theory of Strategy Cycles. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Let's kind of break it down and give you guys an idea of what I mean by that. So sometimes if you're having a bad month, other traders are having a really good month. And sometimes if you're having a really good month, some traders are having a really bad month. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, on the down dips, when you aren't making as much money as you want, you're frustrated, just don't lose a lot of money during that time. Don't break your plan. Don't try something new. Don't experiment. Just stay with the grind. It's a long process. It's arduous. It takes time. It's longer. It takes longer than you might anticipate. Usually in trading and also in life, success can often be 2 weeks after you feel like giving up. Right when you reach your boiling point, right when you reach the point where you don't think you can do this any longer. Maybe it's in a workout, maybe it's at the gym, maybe it's at work, maybe it's even in a relationship, maybe it's in trading. Right when you think there's only 2 weeks left, just continue. Give it a little bit more time, and you might just see a really good breakthrough, right? And you get really frustrated, right? And you get really upset. Get a little bit more of a push, because that's when you get growth. When you get out of the zone of comfort, that's when you begin to grow. And ladies and gentlemen, that's kind of what life is all about in general. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. A lot of things going on. You guys rock. I will be back on Monday for another free real life stock review. And until then, remember, love life, live life, and treat it. See ya. Bye.